I want to share with you some photos of what's been happening, in the first 3-year period. This was an event that we had very recently, just a couple of weeks ago, our national convention, and only in Mexico, national. This was before the event, of course. Let's see, did we fill it? Did we fill it? Yes, we did. Look at that. Only in Mexico. Imagine what's going to happen in the US. You get to be first. You get to be the pioneer. If this is what's happening in Mexico, what's going to happen? And look, on the screen says hígado graso, which means fatty liver. There was a presentation by a doctor from Venezuela who's Harvard School of Medicine educated, and was an incredible presentation. It was talking about the benefits of the products and so on. Japanese drums, one of our national events. We had our guests from Japan, from Europe at the events. Here we have one of our scientists talking about the product and the technology. Here's some of the technology, some of the equipment we use. This is for fermentation. Wow, really high tech. And of course, people who are achieving. These are people who've got the car bonus, the trips to Japan, the trips to Paris. As mentioned, 75 people have traveled to Paris and Japan with the company. 50 cars delivered. Absolutely incredible. It's going to be amazing in the next year or so what's going to happen in the US. You get to be a part of history in the making. This is my wife and I when we received our trip to Japan, along with one of our triple diamonds, Raul, who also won the trip to Japan with his wife. This is our Diamond Club. There's about 28 members in the Diamond Club right now. In the first 3 years, in front there is Dr. Alejandro Ariza, who's is a medical doctor, is a surgeon, he's a psychiatrist, but is also a world-renowned speaker. He's an author of 11 books, and he actually wrote a book specifically for SANKI about leadership, about personal growth, kind of like our own personal Jim Rohn. So we've really got all the ingredients. Corporate team in the US, Jeffrey Boyle, Philip New, they came down to Mexico City at the last event. It was a pleasure to meet them. We're in really great hands. I really have a good feeling. I've been in the business for 25 years, and I started out part-time, and I quickly made more money part-time than I was making full-time. So I left my full-time job, and I started dedicating myself to network marketing full-time when I was 21 years old in 1988. And luckily I had a very good mentor who understood the business. He taught me the business. His name's Fred Holmes from California, still successful in the industry. And I was quickly able to learn the business on a part-time basis, 10 to 15 hours a week, in the nights and on weekends. And in the first 2 months, I made more money part-time with my network marketing business than I made with my full-time job as a computer science student in the University of Waterloo. I was working with one of the largest corporations in the world as a computer science student, making some pretty good money, but I made more money part-time with my network marketing business than I made full-time. So I decided to actually resign my position early with the company, and I actually took a leave of absence at first, 5-year leave of absence from my university education, and then I never went back. So I left my computer science career because I just kept on with my network marketing business. And in the first year I made $60,000, in the second year I made $60,000, in the third year I started to earn $10,000 a month in the industry. And you can actually look me up on YouTube. It's kind of interesting, kind of funny. They had taped a testimonial of mine when I was 23 years old in 1990. I gave a 30-second testimonial. It was a pretty good testimonial. Take a look at it, put my name in the finder of YouTube, and you'll see it there. It's kind of funny because I got a 1980s mullet. But yeah, it's been incredible, this experience in network marketing, and we've finally found a jewel, with SANKI, an absolutely incredible company with all the ingredients, with a long-term philosophy. Dr. Bijita Deas, our scientific director, his family's business is now over 300 years old. You know, the Japanese philosophy is to think long term. They don't think in terms of 6 months or 1 year or 5 years. They think in terms of 5, 10, 20, 100 years. You know, Japan has more companies that are over 100 years old than any other country in the world. Japan is a country that has more people over 100 years old as well than any other country in the world. Healthy people who live long lives, healthy businesses that are for the long term. So with SANKI, we've really got a long-term situation brewing. And we're coming to the US. You know, here's a picture with the European, the Japanese, and Mexican team. We received a certification in Japanese philosophy, business philosophy. And you know, if you're looking for some extra income, you know, an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, you know, there's a place for you at SANKI. If you're looking for a little more income, you want to put a little more effort in there, you know, you want to make an extra $1,500, $2,000 a month, there's a place for you at SANKI. If you're looking for a career change, a long-term business where there is no limit, there's a place for you at SANKI. We started with SANKI 3 years ago, and in the first 6 months, we hit diamond. 10 months later, we hit double diamond. 10 months after that, we hit triple diamond. We now have over 60,000 people who have registered on our team with a very high activity rate in comparison with the industry average. So it's been a tremendous ride. Obviously, we got the cars, we got the trips and all that. But the most important thing is that we're seeing this duplicate on our team. We're not the only ones who are earning the big incomes. We have 5 other couples on our team who are earning in the $20,000 and $30,000 a month range. We have a big group of people earning $10,000 a month to $15,000 a month. We have, you know, literally hundreds of people earning between, you know, $5,000 and $10,000 a month. And of course, we have thousands of people earning between $1,000 and $5,000 a month. So whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, there is a place for you at SANKI. It's an incredible opportunity. We're thrilled to be coming into the US. Canada will open shortly thereafter in this year. We'll then open Central America and South America. Then we're going to go into Europe and Japan. It's SANKI Global because we're going global. And our corporate leadership team have global business experience on a long-term basis. Okay. With that, I'd like to thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure and an honor to share the SANKI story with you. Get together with the person who invited you to take a look and listen to this information. You know, we can register online right now. You know, there's already stuff happening in Chicago, in Los Angeles, in Miami. You know, it's kind of interesting because in the pre-launch, an individual was signing people up with Mexican addresses because they were Mexican nationals living in Chicago. And it kept growing. He did a couple of meetings, and suddenly on his 4th meeting, he had over 150 people there. And it started getting out of control, and he got a little bit, you know, anxious because we weren't open yet by far. And so he stopped. You know, he thought, wow, this thing grows like wildfire. This was in Chicago in November of last year, November, December. Now, obviously, we're in pre-launch, so we've reinitiated. And we're expecting, there's 3 events happening in Chicago, and we're expecting 300 to 500 people there in each event. There's events happening in Los Angeles, you know, and it's the kind of thing that does spread like wildfire. So you get to be the first of a great company with great products and great compensation, and spread the word. And just hold on to your seat, you know, and we're going to handle the growth. We're definitely going to handle the growth. Thanks very much once again. Have a great day. Wish you all the best. Let's live our dreams.